Guys, welcome to this new video on basics of Power BI. So in this series, we are going to learn what are the different visuals which are available in Power BI, how to create those visuals and how to format those visuals. So in today's section, we are going to learn how to create and format 100% stacked column chart. So till now, we have learned stacked bar chart, stacked column chart, cluster bar chart, cluster column chart, 100% stacked bar chart, and 100% stacked column chart. So today we are going to cover this 100% stacked column chart. Okay, so let us start. So first thing is difference. What is the difference between stacked column and stacked 100% stacked column chart? So always remember, in case of stacked column chart, the length of the bar varies according to the values. But in case of 100% stacked column chart, the length of the column is same. Okay, it is in terms of percentage. It will start from 0 and it will end at 100%. Okay, and based on the percentage it will show the data. So let us start creating 100% stacked column chart and let us learn how to create those kind of chart with the use of Power BI. So I have given the dataset in the description box. What you can do, you can download the dataset, you can load the data, okay, in your Power BI report, and you can also follow the same steps which are shown in the video so that you can also create this interactive visual by your own. So without wasting time, let us start. So the sixth visual here, okay, this is the 100% stacked column chart. Just we need to click on the visual. Now once the visual is selected, okay, once the visual is selected, we have to show the data on the visual. Okay, now see, the first option is x-axis. X-axis means what we want to show on x-axis. Okay, so let us show provider name on x-axis. I'll just drag provider name on x-axis. Then what you want to show on y-axis will show total patient on y-axis. So I'll just select total patient, drag it to this particular field. Done. Our visual is created. But is this visual looking informative? No. So right now it is not showing that the total number of patients catered by Dr. Sate and Olu are same. Okay, they are different. This is in terms of percentage. Okay, the total patient catered by Dr. Sate is 1875 and the total patient catered by Dr. Olu is 1358. Both are different, but this is 100% patient covered by Dr. Sade and 100% patient covered by Dr. Olu. We'll show the information now. Okay, so what we are going to do is we will drag some field and legend so that we'll understand the difference. Okay, so we'll just drag department, or what we can do, we can tag diagnosis to the legend. Now see, or let us drag department only. Okay, so see the total patient catered by Dr. Sade. Out of that, 30.29 patients were from cardiology department, 31.52 patients were from general surgery department, then 10.88% were from neurology, then 15.73% were from orthopedics, and at last 11.57% were from pediatrics. Okay, so this is how we need to create the 100% stacked column chart. Okay, now what is the meaning of this multiple? Okay, so if you drag any values in the multiple option, the graphs will get divided based on the categories you have dragged in diagnosis. So now see, for appendicitis, we have different graph. For asthma, we have different graph. For fracture, we have different graph. And for hypertension, we have different graph. Okay, so this is the small use of small multiples. Now the next option available here is tooltip. Now what is tooltip? So when you drag your cursor on any one of the bar, right now it is showing the information. Provider name is Johnson, department is pediatrics, and total patient catered is 81. But let's say you want to show more information when you drag your cursor. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to drag the fields on tooltip. For example, let's say we want to show medication cost as well as treatment cost also when we drag cursor. Okay, so as you have dragged these two fields in the tooltip, now if you drag your cursor on this bar, it will show these two information as well along with the previous three information. Now see, sum of medication cost is also available and sum of treatment cost is also available. Okay, so this is the use of tooltip. Okay, now how to format this. Right now this chart is prepared, okay, but it is not looking that good. Okay, we can visualize the data, but aesthetically it is not looking good. So how to do that? First we'll resize our chart. So what I'll do, I'll go to general properties, I'll put height as 480 and width as 1000, like this. I'll drag it to center. Done. Okay, so first thing is we have to select the background of the canvas. Okay, so always remember, If you are selecting darker background, use lighter font. And if you are selecting lighter background, then use darker font. This is the basic idea. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll select background color as black. Even though I have selected black color, the it is not showing the color. Why? Because transparency is 100%. So I'll reduce the transparency to 0%. Now the canvas background color is visible. Okay. But it is looking very awkward that our visual background color is white and canvas background color is black. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll change the color of our visual now. Okay. So for that, I'll select our visual. And right now, see, there is no boundary for our visual as well. Okay. So I'll select the visual. I'll go to format your visual option. I'll select general option from here. So first, I'll select effect background color as black. Okay. Now it is showing only bars and no other information is visible because our text color is black. Okay. So we'll change the text color one by one. Okay. So now transparency is 0%. This is fine. Then we want to show border as well. So I'll enable border. I'll select border color as white. Okay. And I'll select rounded corner as 15. In between 15 to 20, you can select. And the width of this border should be 2 pixel. Now, if you click on canvas, you can see that your border color border is visible clearly. Okay, so you can select the visual again. Now let us enable the shadow. Okay, so just go to effect again. Okay, enable shadow. So right now the shadow color is black. Okay, so we'll select white shadow color so that it will be visible, and position of the shadow is bottom and towards right as we have selected position in this drop down. So you can see, change the position also according to yourself. Okay, then yeah, right now this is enough from this setting. And the title of the bar, so right now the I'll make title as bold. Okay, and I'll use text color as white. Okay, and the title is aligned towards the left side, so I'll align it at center and I'll increase the font size also. Okay, this is and see the title showing is total patient, sum of medication and sum of treatment. So what I'll do, I'll remove sum of and sum of. Okay, this is done. Now let us do other formatting for this visual. So I'll select the visual. I'll go to format your visual. So first let us format the x-axis. So whatever the values are there on x-axis, right now the text color is black. So I'll make text color as white. I'll make them bold. Then increase the size to 14. Okay. Then the next thing is title on x-axis is already there, but it is not visible due to text color only. So I'll make it bold. I'll select white color. I'll increase the font size. Then let us format the y-axis now. Okay. So right now, see, as this 100% stacked column chart, okay, it is showing the data in terms of percentage. Okay, so minimum value will be 0 and maximum value will be 100. So there is no point of setting up the range. Okay, but if you want to invert the range, you can change. Means, see, when it is disabled, 0 will be at bottom position and 100 will be at top position. But if you enable this button, then 100 will be at bottom and 0 will be at top. Okay, but we don't want this functionality right now. So whatever the values which are present on y-axis, current text color is black. I'll make it white so that it will be visible. I'll make it bold and I'll increase the font size to 14 so that it will be clearly visible. Then for title of y-axis, again, text color will make it white. Okay, we'll make it bold and we'll increase the text size. Then the main thing, legend. Okay, so these are the legend. Currently, the position is towards the top and left side. These legends, okay, towards the top and left side. So we'll make it, we'll have it at top, but at center. Okay, it is moved towards the center. We'll make the text as bold. Select the text color as white so that it will be clearly visible. Then currently the title for the legend is department. Okay, if you don't want title, you can disable this. If you want title, you can enable this. Okay, then the next thing is grid line. Okay, so we'll select the color for grid line. Okay, and the next thing is instead of dotted grid line, we will have solid grid line so that it will be clearly visible, and we'll put width as 2 pixel. There is no point of giving zoom slider because always remember that for stacked 100% stacked column chart, the values varies from 0 to 100. So no point of giving this. So we'll remove this one. We'll disable this one. Now from this column option, we can change the color of the bars. Okay. So from this drop down, you can select any one of the category. For example, cardiology. I'll select for cardiology. I'll select this color. Then for general surgery, I'll select this next one. Then for neurology, I'll select third one. Then for orthopedics, we'll select different color. And at last, for pediatrics, we'll select the last color. Done. And one more thing, the transparency is 0 now, so we'll set it to 50. Let us set it to 25 for everything. Okay, so that our grid line will be visible over the bar. Done. Okay, then what is remaining? So we have done till grid lines. Zoom slider we don't want. We have already formatted the column. The next thing is if you want to connect column in the form of ribbons, you can connect with the use of this button, but we'll not do data label. Now see, if I ask you what is the percentage of patient catered by Dr. Sade for cardiology department. Okay, so for that you have to drag your cursor and then only you can tell. So with the use of data labels, we can show percentage directly. Okay, but see, right now the colors is not like differentiating among themselves because we have set the transparency, right? So what we'll do, we'll remove the transparency from here. We'll put zero only. Okay, so for that, or for showing the percentage on the visuals, we'll enable the data label. Okay, now to format the data label, we'll just click on this drop down. We'll we don't want to show the title because if we enable it will look like this. Okay, so we'll just remove this one. For value, if you want to show numbers as well as percentage, you can enable this value, otherwise you can disable this. The next thing is detailed, so we'll make it bold. We'll select white color. Okay, and we'll increase the size so that the number will be clearly visible. And if you want to give background for that number, you can do. Okay, like this. Now let's say you want this color background, you can do, or you can disable it directly. And this is done. Now tell me how this chart is looking. It is looking really good. Okay, so this is how you have to format 100% stacked column chart. Okay, so what we have learned in today's video, we have learned that how to create 100% stacked column chart. What is the difference between stacked column and stacked 100% stacked column? Okay, so always remember for stacked column, the value of the bar, like the length of the bar is different for different entity, but in case of 100% stacked column, the length of the bar is same because it is in terms of percentage. Okay, not the actual value. Then the next thing is we have learned how to format 100% stacked column chart properly for visualizing the data. Okay, now always remember, if you have to create 200% stacked column chart on your Power BI report, okay, you have done formatting for one chart, but if you want to have same formatting on other chart as well, do you follow the same steps again and again? No, right? Because Power BI gives option to copy the format from one visual to another visual like this. Now, for example, let's say we want to create one more 100% stacked column chart like this. Okay, on x-axis we'll show different department. On y-axis we are going to show total patients. Bar is done. Now, will you follow the same steps again and again to format this chart as well? No, right? What we'll do, we'll just copy the format from formatted visual and paste it over unformatted visual. How to do that? Just select the visual which is formatted, click on format printer given under home. Okay, and now you have to click on the visual which is unformatted. Okay, to paste the format on that one. Done. Okay, it is very easy to copy the format from one visual to another visual inside the Power BI. Okay, so do not waste your time for formatting each and every visual again and again because you will lose time there. Okay, so I'll just resize this graph again. Height will be 480 and width will be 1000. So this is it from my end in today's section. Okay, so we have learned how to create and format 100% stacked column chart in today's video. Thank you for joining with me. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.